Okay, YouTube, today we're going to replace these 1970 vintage avocado green sinks. There's two of them. And we're going to replace the sinks, the faucet, and underneath we'll have to replace the trap as well. I already tried shutting the water off and the valves are stuck, so we're going to have to shut the main water off for the whole house and replace those valves as well. Water is now shut off. Got the valves open. I'm going to come down here under the sink and I am going to cut off the pipe to these old valves. One here and one here, and then I'll be back. Okay, we've got the pipes cut off. The old valves are cut off. I'm going to put the new valve on now. And first I'm going to burnish the pipe with some emery cloth. So I've got some emery cloth. I'll just cut the roughness off the pipe and then put the valves on. Okay, now that the pipe's burnished, put the nut on, put the compression fitting in, then the valve, make sure the valve is seated, and then tighten it up. And then we'll get a wrench on it and hold it with this one and tighten it with the nut, and we'll do that for all four. Got the new valves in, and I turned the water back on, and it's bone dry, so that's good. Now we're going to remove the sink. So we'll remove the trap nut right here. This stem will pull right out, and then the sink itself is just glued in. So we should be able to go to the top and score the edge of this with a sharp knife, and the sink should pop right out. Okay, we will now cut the caulk and adhesive from underneath the sink. We'll go all the way around both sinks very carefully. I did put some masking tape down around the entire perimeter of the sink so that we don't do any damage to the countertop. Sink is out. Let's do a dry fit. Oh, that's good. I was afraid I was going to have to cut the hole a little larger, but that's really good. So what we will do is clean all the old caulk off here. I'll scrape all this old caulk off, and we'll go ahead and glue the new one in. Okay, I removed the silicone caulk. It was still pliable after 50 years. That's totally amazing. I'm going to use the exact same thing, a 100% silicone caulk, to glue this new sink back in. And I would just mention that these Kohler faucets, even though they're dated, it's not the reason I'm doing this job. I'm doing this job because of the rusty sink bowl, but these Kohler faucets are 50 years old, and to my knowledge haven't even had the washers replaced in them. So that's a testament to those particular brand and model of faucets. I did come prepared to put a new trap in, but this sink just lines up perfectly. And the old brass trap is still in good shape. So I think I'm going to reuse this trap. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, before I actually glue the sink in place, I'm going to install this faucet and the trap into the sink. I applied a bead of 100% silicone caulk to both the sink rim and the trap, and This is in lieu of the plumber's putty. Faucet and trap installed. Now I'm going to put a bead of caulk around here and then put the sink in place. Slight change of plans. Even though the tailpipe lines up perfectly, it's not long enough. But what's really concerning me is this leak right here. And where is it coming from? It's actually rotted at the bottom, and with all the work I did, it made it to start leaking. So we are going to replace the trap. So what I'm going to do is cut the trap off here and connect a PVC trap to it. Okay, to transition from the copper to the PVC, I got this rubber adapter, which is designed for drains, and it'll fit on the 1 1/4 pipe here and transition to the 1 1/2 PVC. And then I'll put on the PVC trap with the trap adapter. Okay, let's go ahead and dry fit the P-trap. So we've got the P-trap here with the rubber adapter. Rubber adapter goes on the 1 1/4 pipe coming out of the wall. And I cut the 1 1/2 inch that will go up into the drain, and the drain comes up and it will go on the P-trap here, and that looks good. By the way, the old trap, the old bronze trap, whatever it is, by me disturbing it a little bit, I think I just accelerated. This thing was rotted through, and it was just a matter of time, and it would have had to been replaced anyway. Okay. Sink number 1. Complete. No leaks. Very good. Okay. Sink 1. Sink 2. We are finished. Thanks for watching.